At least your mother tipped well.
Polish, unforgiving wilderness.
بني مع اللون الأصفر.
Oh, hey guys. You just caught me channel surfing through Command and Conquer Remastered. This is a classic RTS. It's just a fun, weird game. Let's get into it.
Global Defense Initiative selected.
Are you picking this up? Good. I know you need more deep background, but we're up against it. Nod forces have fortified this beachhead at X-16Y42. Commander Carter can sneak you and some backup forces on shore right here. You may get some artillery support from his gunboats, but this is mostly grunt work. Your mission is simple. Knock out all fortifications, eliminate all Nod troops, and establish a beachhead by building your base. Good luck.
So this is what the game used to look like, and we'll turn on the modern filter in a second. Remastered lets you play either this way or in high definition, as you can see by the tooltip. And this is what the game looks like now. Now it's a, a classic army RTS, but with some kind of strange futuristic technology in it. And it's centered around this global defense initiative and the Brotherhood of Nod, which are basically global terrorists. And the global defense initiative is, the only thing fighting against them. In this first mission, we're just trying to establish a base and get used to the mechanics of the game.
Mission accomplished.
It's a very short mission, as you can see. It's a little longer than that, but obviously I edited it down quite a bit. Let's go to Estonia.
Good job with the beachhead, Commander. It's time to bring you up to speed on Nod so you know what you're dealing with. This is Kane, the self-appointed leader of the Brotherhood of Nod. Stand by, I'll link us up.
Condition critical. Know why Nod had this beach bottled up?
It's Steve Buscemi.
The big Tiberium refinery that
Not really.
intelligence somehow missed. We need backup now. Nod troops are pouring out of their base, strangling our foothold. We gotta knock out that refinery, eliminate all Nod forces before we lose our position. I don't know how long we can hold out.
Damn. You heard the man. What are you waiting for?
Building.
So several of these missions will start out with you kind of struggling to recover from losses. I am no expert RTS player, so if I make some mistakes, try not to get too frustrated with me, because I'm just, playing around, having fun with it. I'm not going to be showing off any expert skills here. One of my favorite units is the engineer. And the reason I like the engineer is because you can just use them to take over an enemy base. I played StarCraft, it's like the, what were they? There were the red guys that the Protoss had. I think it was from the expansion in Brood Wars. They had some ability to mind control units, so you could use them to mind control the units that could create bases, and then you could basically build all three
Not building. Captured.
bases, the Terrans, the Zerg, and the Protoss. But yeah, I waited for that
Captured.
Tiberium refinery to have the harvester in it, because if you capture it while the harvester's in there, you get the harvester too. Which, you know, nice little bonus.
Accomplished.
I know I promised more deep background on Kane and Nod, but there'll be time for that later. Carter says you hit the ground fighting. Nice job. Now we need that again. Somewhere in this section is a Nod base. It's protected against airstrikes by Nod SAM sites. Knock them out so Colonel Morelli can provide air support. That should make it easier for you to take out the base. I'll be out of the loop for a couple of days doing civvy time at the UN. Don't let me down.
I don't remember if it's in this game or the other one. We'll see when I end up playing around with the Nod as well. But Tim Curry acts in one of these games, and he just does an amazing job as always. Very fun, eccentric character. As one of the Nod generals. Or either that or he's in the Red Alert game, which is not exactly about Nod and GDI. It's about the Allies and the Axis. But it's like another fantastical idea of them, where the Allies and the Axis both have strange futuristic weapons like Tesla coil machines and all kinds of stuff. Like gigantic tanks that are,
Silos needed.
you know, essentially stuff that they were both dreaming of making in real life, but we never actually did. The grenades are fun to kite enemies with, because you can usually get close enough to hit them before they have a chance to attack you. But you have to be kind of quick about it. They're a surprisingly good unit for just taking down large groups of enemies. Might even be better than the Rocketeers, I'm not sure. There's several SAM sites all over the map. You just have to find them all and take them out. But the kind of gamer that I am, I tend to like trying to take out as much of the enemy forces as well and not just focus on the objective.
Unit.
Usually I end up taking over their bases too. 'Cause like I said, it's just fun to take stuff over with the engineer. Is it just me, or does the engineer look like the guy who is dating was kind of dating Marissa Tomei in the Spider-Man movies, the newer ones with Tom Holland? And as you can see, there are civilians in some areas, and if you're an awful person, you can go ahead and kill them, or if you just want to do that for the fun of it, you can. But it's not necessary, and obviously it would make the GDI look bad if you're going around killing civilians. But it is an option. If you want to force your soldiers to kill them, you can. You can force them to shoot at anything, so it's really up to you how you play. Now if you want, you can take control of the larger vehicles, and like that harvester just did, you can run over, you know,
Unit.
people.
Unit lost. Building.
I think there's even a cheat in this game, at least I think it was this one. It was one of the Command and Conquers. Would actually turn the harvesters to harvest people instead of Tiberium. So you'd be hearing those screams a lot more as the harvesters would constantly seek out soldiers. a horrifying thought if that was our energy source. It's like the Matrix, but even more brutal.
Lost.
Oh, I should have moved out of the way. Well, there goes a few troops. The spread out button is your best friend when you have a large group of soldiers, especially if you have grenadiers or rocketeers, because the explosives they carry with them can explode when they die. So the more spread out your troops are, the better for any splash damage from explosions from themselves or from others. The only downside to grenadiers is if you start attacking something way too close to you, you are going to kill your own troops. As you'll see here, there's a few of them end up exploding.
Accomplished.
Oh, maybe not in this one. I know I got a clip of it somewhere. To Poland!
Delta Sierra Echo to Commander, approaching our next objectives. We're just crossing the Belarus border and we've got a problem. Nod ambushed one of our convoys and made off with a good supply of activated pellet rods. Sounds harmless, right? Well, those rods are step one in slapping together a nuclear device. We gotta get him back. Shepard's still offline, so we're acting without confirmation, but I'm betting that this is too important to wait. Take a small force into the Noddy camp and get those rods back before their birds can pick them up. The rods were packed in transport crates. I doubt Nod's had time to transfer them, but who knows. Keep your eyes open. Give him hell.
Why did they make the nickname for Nod Noddy? Seems like more work to say the nickname than it is just to say the regular. Whatever. Here they just kind of introduce you to the APCs by making you, kind of forcing you to use them in order to not damage your own troops. Because Tiberium is radioactive. So you have to, if you're going to send troops through it, you need an APC. Or you take the damage, which is not the brightest idea, but you can. Depending on the size of the field, you'll make it through without them dying, but no sense in getting damage that you didn't need. I had a little trouble getting the other troops out there. This mission's a little forgiving, and if you lose all your units, you'll end up getting more. They make it look like you have to make these ones last. Maybe in hard mode they would. I don't know. I put it on normal because I didn't feel like going through the hardest difficulty on this game. If you guys would like to see me do the hardest difficulty, I can do that. I will struggle through it for you. Ooh, that was... yeah. That's why you don't want to do grenaders too close. Just lost like 3 of them. And I did a dumb thing here. I should have kept that guy blocking him. Blocking that tank, but no, I went ahead and let the tank on in. And that's why. That's why you shouldn't do that. Squish. But they sent in more reinforcements. And get him while he's distracted, it's not so bad. So he wants to run them over, but he realizes, oh, taking too much damage. but he won't actually go for it. For this part, you just need to get up here, so it doesn't matter that I'm kind of running out of troops. The chest the box that I need is just a little ways up there. It was nice of him to just stand there and wait for me to blow him up. I thought about taking out the buildings, but started to realize that it was a bad idea to wait, as I saw other units coming in from behind. And there it is.
Have arrived.
Just got to get that and that's over.
Mission accomplished.
War-torn Bialystok.
Why I didn't just take the APC straight there, I don't know.
Today, a slaughterhouse.
Because I didn't
Yet
remember.
one more casualty in the insane GDI assault against mankind. Yet another in a series of villages wiped off the Earth by the Global Defense Initiative and its misguided leader, General Mark Shepard. And what crime did Bialystok commit to warrant said carnage? Sources indicate that GDI terrorists were convinced that this simple hamlet was involved in the manufacture and shipping of Tiberium. When will this madness end? Only when General Shepard and his vision of one world order is stopped. This is Greg Burdett, Bialystok.
Cut. Excellent. Now, do it again in French and German. I want 300 copies made and sent to every TV station in Europe. We have the satellite for another 10 minutes. Is that camera still running?
Dang, that cane is vicious. But still, their plan worked.
It's a lie, all of it. GDI wouldn't slaughter children.
Was Bialystok a Tiberium Center?
Isn't this another incident of GDI reacting to incorrect information?
Any comment? Should GDI funding be cut?
When will you release the NFTs? GDI funding discontinued. Security access denied. Initiating tactical isolation procedures. Searching. One item found. Briefing follows. Publicity from Nod media manipulation has resulted in United Nations investigation into GDI activities. On 23rd July at 1844 Zulu, by a 9-3 vote, the UN Ways and Means Committee suspended all GDI funding pending outcome. Command directive attached.
Nod forces severely damaged GDI base in your area. Critical shortage of weapons and manpower. Find GDI base and return it to operational status.
Okie dokie, we can do that. So despite having their funding cut, the remaining GDI forces are continuing to pursue their mission. And our commander, whoever we are, is making their best effort. Just have to reach the east side of the map.
New construction options.
If you take too long to get over there, you will end up losing because the Nod forces will come in and destroy the rest of the GDI base. Say, for example, you decided to explore north instead of going east first. Stop it! Stop squishing my guys. Like the Humvees because they're pretty good at long distance stuff. They're not super strong against other vehicles or tanks especially, or buildings, but they have a good range and they're not incredibly expensive. The Light Scout Humvee. Just gotta keep rushing them. They don't repair fast enough to actually do anything about it. And as usual, I don't think it's enough just to destroy their buildings. I like to take them over.
Not building captured. New construction option. Not build.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Love that it gives you the option to build all of the enemy units. That's always one of my favorite things about RTS games, is just being able to reconstruct an entire enemy base as your own. Decided to have a little battle at the end here. Just gonna make everyone shoot at each other. Just for the fun of it. I like the way the civilian units run around. Death battle. One mini gunner. That's what survived. Okay, let's end this. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be doing more videos soon. Have a good day. Be good to each other. Bye-bye.